Hello everybody, Raven Knight here. Wanted to give you all a quick update. Normally I do these updates on Tuesday, but I'm going to be working a double Tuesday and Wednesday, so I won't have time to make it that evening like I usually do. So this is coming out a day early, but that's okay. Not a whole lot to say today, so this should be pretty short. I just wanted to say a couple things, clarify a few points, and then we'll move on, okay? So first of all, let's do some general announcements, just stuff to expect. So first and foremost, working on the next Raven's Writing Room. It's going to be something different. It's going to be not necessarily on how to build character like I was planning, but I want to talk about something different. I think one of the biggest problems that I've seen lately, and this is a big deal for me, so please, I beg you, pay attention to this. One of the biggest problems I've seen when I think about like the Star Wars sequel series versus the OT, when I think about what they're trying to do with Lord of the Rings versus what the original Lord of the Rings was all about, what Harry Potter slowly became, Frozen, the Disney movie versus The Little Mermaid, stuff like that. When I look at those things, something keeps occurring to me, and then it hit me. And this is something that I think a lot of new writers and storytellers need to be aware of. There is a stark difference between art, the art of telling a story, and trying to sell an agenda or narrative. They're two very different things. And understanding how to avoid one and perform the other is fundamental. Okay, so I want to talk about that. So I hope y'all look forward to that. If you enjoy my writing advice, know that that will be a big one for me. I'm going to dedicate a lot of energy to that one. So look forward to that in the coming days. Also, new Fantastical History is coming out on the Lizard Men. Working on that one. Me and my brother have been discussing this for a while. Lizard Men is going to be a fun one to talk about. We were thinking about doing Lizard Men and Lamia in the same thing, like do them at the same time in the same video, but we decided against it. We're going to focus more on Lizard Men this time and do another video later on Lamia. I hope y'all are excited. If you're excited about this Fantastical History episode, let us know. If you're a fan of Fantastical History, drop a comment. Let us know that you enjoy them. So, hey, always happy to hear from you guys. Always happy to hear from you. And I like to know when the small projects that aren't For Honor are enjoyed, because I know that For Honor is always going to be my more popular stuff. Like whenever I do a Heroes in History or a For Honor lore discussion, that's always going to be more popular, but I like to know that my other videos get love too. Okay, speaking of For Honor, people were asking what's the next Heroes in History. I answered in the last video, but I'll say it again. It's Shaolin. Shaolin's going to be the next Heroes in History. I hope y'all are excited for that, as I am. I am super excited. And then after Shaolin, I might just do Shinobi. I've done a lot of videos on the Shinobi and the ninja in history, but people keep asking me to do it anyway, so who knows, I might do that. We'll see. I may release a poll and let y'all decide, but Shaolin will be the next one. And people were saying, hey, when are you going to do a Wulin? You got to be patient with me, guys. It's just one of those things. I've got a lot of stuff on my plate, and I want to make sure that I hit all the For Honor heroes and make sure I do them all justice. I want to make sure that I get as accurate as I can, because I do make mistakes. I do have errors in some of my videos, and people point them out. And when I do make a mistake, I'm always happy to address that and say in the comments, hey, you know what? You made a good point. I apologize. That was an oops on my part, And I'm big enough to acknowledge when I've made a mistake, because that's human. We all do. With that in mind, this is something that I wanted to bring up. A couple of my Discord followers have been bringing up to me certain instances where people have been challenging them on stuff like the morality of the Knight, Samurai, and Vikings, and have come to me asking what do I think about it. I'm always happy to answer those questions, but you should know that in answering those kind of questions, it can turn very controversial and a little subjective. Nothing bad has happened. In fact, all the people who've come to me with questions like that have handled it very, very well, and I've enjoyed those conversations. But know that it's conversations like that that can sometimes step on a few toes. So just be aware that sometimes when talking about history, offense is not meant. Just know that I'm doing the best I can. Like a lot of people point out that in some of my previous videos, I might have said things that they found controversial. I'm sorry if you did. That wasn't my intention. My intention has always been to speak truth, to give truth in my videos. I'm not going to waver on that. If I believe something to be true and I've done the research and found evidence to find something to be true, I'm not going to waver on truth. So always be aware that I'm not going to sacrifice my integrity for anything, even if it might step on toes. I'll try to step on them lightly, but truth is truth, whether it hurts or not. As Ben Shapiro likes to say, facts don't care about feelings. And whether you like the guy or not, he's right. Okay, so leaving that aside, leaving all that touchy stuff aside, what can you expect in terms of For Honor lore discussions? Well, honestly, not much until after the new season drops. I want to take some time to get to know what they're doing with this season, and once I understand how this drought works, why it started, and what the factions are doing about it, we'll talk more about what that is and what I think about it. Because I already have some opinions, but I don't want to draw any conclusions too quickly. Speaking of which, people have been coming after me lately saying like, hey, why don't you like the new hero? This is the big thing. A lot of people, thank you for watching this far into the update video. I know not a lot of people watch these, but if you watch this far into it, hear this. A lot of people are saying, why don't you like the new hero? Why are you being so negative about the new hero? If you think that I'm being negative about the new hero, I'm sorry you get that impression, because I'm not. I don't want to be negative about the new hero. I'm actually excited. I'm very excited. I want to see what this new hero is all about. I want to see their lore. I want to see how they fight. I want to see what they do different, because I don't know how they're going to do it. Why? The reason I sounded negative was because I was expecting a more unique weapon. I was expecting something different, like, you know, maybe a Wulin, because there's a ton of Wulin weapons and it would have fit with the drought. And if you have to do a samurai, why not do, as people pointed out, a Yari? Maybe could do Sai knives and make it like a ninja. Maybe could do a switchglaive like they have in Neo. You know, make it something unique. We kept talking about a scythe hero for a while. Can't we get a scythe samurai? You know, something like that. It would have been very interesting. But it's just another katana, but this time with a sheath. And I know people are saying it's not really katana. It functions like a katana. It is a curved sword. But anyway, in my opinion, there were just better directions to go. But because they chose this direction, I now have to ask, okay, how are you going to make this character different from Orochi and Aramusha? That's my question. See, this is the thing. People don't understand what I meant when I said this. I said that I think the For Honor devs might run out of ideas. I don't mean run out of ideas for unique weapons. That's not what I mean. I mean run out of ideas in terms of, you know, usability. Like, for example, people are saying, why don't they have a samurai with a Yari spear? My question there is, okay, how would you animate the one with the Yari spear to move and act differently than Nobushi? I mean, would he stab differently? Would he slash differently? Would his heavies look different from his lights? How different would they be? Because people already complain all the time about how Warmonger and Griffin just have the same moveset of like Kensei or Highlander or Warden or stuff like that. And they complain about that. And I go, well, yeah, it's a valid criticism. They are just reusing movesets. Are they just going to reuse movesets for all these others? I think people would get tired of that after a while. So I'm not saying that they can't, that there aren't other unique weapons. I'm saying, how would you make them unique in gameplay? That's my point. If you thought that I was saying that there aren't any more weapons that they could use for the Vikings or Samurai, no, there are. I'm just wondering, how much further can they go in terms of animation, executions, usability of the weapons that would make them unique? That's all I'm saying. Like, they admitted that when they released the Hitakiri, they made the Masakari axe dual-bladed, like it had blades on either side. The real Masakari axe in history didn't have that. It was just one-sided. But they said if they made it one-sided, it would be too similar to Raider's axe. And they didn't want to make it the same thing, so they changed it up. See what I mean? Like, I want to see how they change it up. And I'm excited to see how they've changed up this hero. They wouldn't release it if they hadn't made it somewhat unique. So I'm excited. I want to see what this does. So we'll see. All right, so let's go ahead and start to wrap this up, guys. For Honor and Glory, next chapter is in the works. I think y'all will be very happy with it. It's going to involve an actual fight, like a battle, which will be fun. So look forward to that. It's going to be really cool. I don't know when it's coming out. Hopefully later this month, but we will see. And finally, with work being what it is, obviously releases are going to be a little slow. I'm going to try to release where I can. Might not get a whole lot a week, but if you're a fan of my work and you enjoy watching what I put out, then it shouldn't matter. Y'all will continue to enjoy. And please always let me know what you think in the comments, guys. I always read the comments, no matter what. Even if I don't agree, or even if I don't respond, know that I've read it. you know? All I ask is you be respectful. Like I said, I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong about something, but there's a right and a wrong way to address points, you know? So, anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. So that about wraps it up, guys. No shout outs right now. Really tired. Had my cousin come by for the weekend, which was fun. But, you know, entertaining guests and also balancing work, it's tiring. So a little worn out, guys. I've got to probably rest before my work shift tonight. So I'll leave it there. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. It really helps the channel. And remember, once we reach 8,000 subscribers, I will do a live stream Q&A with you guys. Leave a comment, like I said, like the video if you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.